Everyone in the building heard the screams coming from apartment 3B, but no one called the cops because they'd already tried, and no one ever answered. This happened in 2021 at an old low-income apartment complex in Newark, New Jersey. Concrete stairwells, flickering hallway, lights and pipes that always leaked. Apartment 3B had been empty for a while after the last tenant, Mrs. Ramirez, was taken out in an ambulance. People said she was having episodes, talking to things that weren't there, begging someone to stay out of the walls. Then this girl named Keisha moved in. Single mom, 2 kids, real quiet, always nodded when you passed her. She worked overnight shifts and would leave the boys with her sister 2 blocks over. The first weird thing people noticed was the smell, like mold and rotting wood, even though the unit had just been renovated. Then came the banging, 3 a.m., regular as clockwork, but only from inside her apartment, like furniture being dragged or someone running from one side to the other. Then she started knocking on neighbors' doors, asking if they'd seen a barefoot man in the hallway. Nobody had. Then one night, everything escalated. Mrs. Timmons, who lives across the hall, said she heard screaming around 2:30 a.m. Keisha yelling, "Get out, stop looking at me," followed by her younger son crying, and then nothing. She listened for a few minutes, then called the cops. Cops came, knocked, no answer. They forced the door open. The apartment was empty. No Keisha, no kids, no furniture. The place looked like it hadn't been lived in for months. Dust on everything. Power disconnected. They double-checked the lease. The apartment was still listed as vacant. The management swore no one had rented it since Mrs. Ramirez left. Even the security footage from the hallway showed nothing. No one entering, no one leaving. Not once in the 6 weeks Keisha was supposedly living there. A few days later, the landlord replaced the lock. But one of the building's teens dared another kid to open the peephole late one night. He looked, then dropped to the floor, shaking, crying. All he could say was, "There's a woman standing inside, holding 2 kids, and her eyes are bleeding." They tried covering the peephole, but some nights, if you walk by apartment 3B, you'll feel someone looking back.